Yo, how's everybody doing? I hope you all have a beautiful day. Uh, we'll be doing some chilling, we'll be chilling and drawing doing some art, some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure art. And while we're doing that, I'll be chit chatting with you guys and hopefully we talk along. So, if you have anything you want to suggest or anything you want to talk, I'm down. You know, this is the first stream I do where I'm able to, to use a tablet and draw and interact along with the people. And I would say it's a great pleasure. I don't have anything in mind at the moment. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop it. I'll be drawing and I'll be looking into your questions. And if you have anything in mind, feel free to ask. And let's have fun. I'm just thinking of doing some sketches, or having some fun drawing in general. I want to make some beautiful art. That's my whole goal. That's my initial plan to do it. Maybe I will put on some inspiration from JoJo. And if you have any questions, regards, or regarding anything, we get to know each other a little bit, you know, on the way. Feel free to ask it. And I'm here to answer everything you have in your mind, you know. So don't ever hesitate. If you wonder what I'm drawing, I honestly don't know. But just tonight I've been chilling quite much and I was telling myself, hey, I haven't been streaming for quite a time on this channel. And I feel the need to do it, you know. In some way or other, I was thinking of doing it. But, sometimes you get, the feeling of doing something and trying to make it, happen. But just the way I feel, just the need to do it, you know. And the last couple of weeks, I've been having a lot of fun. And I was without some ideas, of what to do or what to draw or anything regards it. So I was doing some tutorials and some videos, and I want to do something fun, you know. So I've been thinking of what could I do, you know. So I had the idea of steel ball run. I've been looking through the comments first of all, and I was like thinking, hey, I haven't ever done anything to do with steel ball run because a lot of people have been asking me if they ever want me to do a video of steel ball run art style because it's quite a bit different in comparison to the previous parts. So I was like, why not? It doesn't sound like a bad idea. So I grabbed the tablet and I was like, tell myself, hey man, I have some good idea that I want to do. I don't want to show it to the people, show it to the people following the channel. And recently the channel have been monetized, which is a beautiful opportunity for me to create more content and as well as support the channel. Yeah, I'm very happy with how that it come because a good opportunity like this usually don't come very often. And I'm trying to test this program that I was recently introduced to by a couple of my friends who like tell me like if you want to get to digital art, and I was never been a fan of the digital art, honestly. First of all, if you have been following me through the years, but here's the irony: I'm just doing it right now, and I actually became a fan because there's some nice shortcuts you could do, but it's still not a substitute for traditional art. Because I think traditional art is what sets the fundamental for everything. But as well, in case you're trying to learn colors or anything, for me, I think digital art, it's a beautiful opportunity. I personally believe. Because you get to test out all sort of colors, all sort of effects ahead of everything and ahead of its time. So you don't do any mistakes or waste any materials whatsoever, you know. And I'm trying to get used to it, but I mean, it just I've got to have very happy hands in most of the time, and that's mostly the most challenging part of doing everything, you know, especially with digital art. I think it's it's good. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun doing that, and I'm thinking maybe one day on the way I could do a manga. I found myself doing a manga or doing a comic. Yeah, but who knows if that could happen, could not. Yeah. But I think having digital art makes it quite a lot easy to do because you're able to like shortcut a lot of things, makes it a lot easier in comparison to the traditional art. And I was introduced to a lot of things over that past couple months because I do some personal studies from time to times to different artists and different things. So I was introduced to cross hatching, I think like a year ago when I was like trying to read comics again, and I was never aware of like all the techniques that they use in comics. You know, I'm very much a fan of comic if you're familiar with it called Judge Dredd, and it's pretty cool. If you have seen the Sylvester Stallone movie, it was a good movie. I think the concept of that movie was about. I think it was a science fiction movie where, like in the future, police are the jury and the executioners, and they make the law. You know, like I think Judge Dredd most famous catchphrase is, "I don't follow the law. I am the law." If you wonder why I'm using the white lines, it's simply because I want to try to mark in everything to make sure everything is in a good position. I think they're good proportion, so I could advance ahead and add more, you know. Now I'm adding a bit of white colors because I want to start shading later the face, so I have like a base ground for everything I want to do. And you get to see a lot, I think things, you can see a lot of things quite a lot better. So in case we're doing everything, it's able for everybody to see it. But here the point is of the stream is to have fun and talk to everybody. I'm gonna check if anybody have any questions yet, but so far nobody have dropped any questions below. and try to bring this the stream to hopefully to everybody to see it and find it very much useful. What reaches everybody and chilling world wide with everyone, hopefully. And everybody's welcomed if they have any questions regarding what, or regarding the style or the drawing. And I'm really cool with it. I mean, it doesn't bother me. If you have even personal questions, could be depends on what you want. But I'm here to read everybody's comments, and if you have anything, I'm down with it. You know, so feel free to ask whatever you have in your mind, and whatever pops in your head. Artistic questions welcomed. Every kind of questions welcomed, except the two personal questions. I've seen Stone Ocean. Honestly, I've seen just the first episode, and honestly, I don't have much comments about it since I've read the manga. And actually, I'm very happy. The animation looks good. Looks, in my opinion, looks beautiful. I don't know what's your opinion about it, and that's to your own personal thing. But for me, I've read the manga, and honestly, I don't want to live through the tragedy of watching what happened again because it was quite painful for me to see, honestly, from the first time. Like I was flipping through the panel, and I'm not gonna spoil anything for those who are watching it. But it was enough quiet pain and suffer for me to watch it. I want to give him a bit of a JoJo quiet, very Jotaro, serious, quiet look. So it can look extra serious here. Should I make his hair long a bit? I'm still thinking though, and maybe, you know, I'm just rethinking it right now. Maybe I would give him, I don't know, maybe recreating it again. I'm trying to send the stream to everybody hopefully to see it and to my friends and people I know, hopefully if they like it. I hope so. You know, it's a pretty fun journey for me. So, being after careful thinking, I thought it would be cool to give him a nice, I would say, bandana. If you've seen the previous videos, I've noticed the amount of abstract shapes Hikoraki uses in his characters. So I want to try to apply some of those tutorials I've mentioned, the tips I've mentioned in the past. So you see what I meant by it. If you see here, I'm adding a bit of these shapes to the characters. And if you wonder what I am doing, just noticed how it looks a little bit three-dimensional with the shading. And that's what I've noticed so far. If if you've been following the videos I've been working on, so I want to give it like extra extra careful work. So you see right here, one thing I've ignored that I should never ever ignore as somebody who's trying to learn Araki's art is, first of all, the eyebrows, and second of all is the eyelashes. Because you can't make a JoJo character. A JoJo character without eyelashes is like meat without salt. And if I made a mistake, it it still can be fixed. It's one of the good things about digital art. It's just like even if you've made a mistake, there's still a chance to fix it in some way. So now let's see. I see here one mistake I did. First of all, the eyes are shaped like that. And when I did my tutorials, that was the first thing I noticed. So it kind of sounded very hypocritical of me not following this, you know. So I want to fix the eyes here up. Then I add a new layer. And I want to make my character stands out. No pun intended. There you go. It's very much, I would say, he got a round face, you know. It's not bad. You know, hey, Nutty Frog, welcome in. You know, I'm very happy to have you, buddy, on the stream. You know, and I hope you enjoy it as well with me. So now we're gonna go for the hair, and that's a very, I would say, an important point for me to catch up. The cool thing about learning, I think, Iraqi style for me was the amount of it was like I would say it was like a new dimension for me. It really changed my life because with studying JoJo's art, I was introduced to the world of references. I start to know a lot about the art style, about how to draw hair, about how to make my character more interesting. And that was when I started reading actually his book. That's where I've gotten to the world of how can you draw a very cool character. And with it, my life changed. doesn't look nice. It's Well, give them a bit of beautiful, I would say, man bun on the top. So it looks, I would say, I think that would look nice. I'm gonna try to connect the hair string by string, a little bit by bit. And I'm gonna add some white lines. So let's see the comment section here. If you have anybody with a question or anything in mind, I'm here to answer everything you want. Usually, I still have more, I think, tutorial. When I thought, like, again, there's a lot of things that I have not covered yet regarding, like, the art style. Like the neck, I have like a small trick I always do for the neck. I'm gonna try to keep it clean here. For one time, I was thinking, hey, it wouldn't be a bad idea if I ever tried to do something different for the channel. Like, I would say, for once, I was thinking, hey, how about if I do some SCP, maybe Foundation content, but like I pick certain cases from. If you've been following the SCP stories, they're pretty cool. They're pretty terrifying too, and I'm actually heavily enjoying them very much. I was thinking once of doing like some SCP stories, but where I try to paint the characters and talk along and trying to explain certain aspects of the character, like the shy guy. Or like I want to draw the whole thing where it looks like creepy real, but it sounded a bit, pretty lame, you know. And I thought it would be a very boring idea. So as you see right here, I'm trying to get used to the thing. I think it would be cool if we give him a bit of some cool aesthetics. I would say like a Lone Ranger. If you have seen the movie, or like a wrestler, or like the Sandman from Steel Ball Run. Let's see. As you see here, this is a simple example of what I've talked about on understanding shapes regards. Because the thing with Araki's work, you can tell the big shifts between part 7 and part 8 is it comes from Araki's understanding of shape. Because as an artist, the way he developed is quite very surreal. Because he went from the level of I need to use references to make his own art. Yet he still uses references in the name and stands and other things. And by the way, the next video hopefully will be dropping this week. I have another video. I'll be dropping two videos this week. The second one would be around about the arms and how to draw them. And this is a small teaser, I would say, for it. And on how to do it hopefully properly. I wouldn't call it properly. I gotta be very honest with you. Because me, myself, same thing as you guys. I'm just an artist like you. And I'm just trying my best to learn. Because every day we learn something new. And learning something new is one of the most beautiful blessings of life. You know, you have it, you're winning. You're winning, son. And if I'm not learning, it's one of the biggest losses and the biggest failure. It's how you waste your life. I hope it works out. It's pretty late here in Libya. That's where actually I live. So I'm going to finish the stream in a bit. I know it's not a very long stream, as somebody would expect. I don't have a lot of energy left to be. So I thought like a good way to spend time and hopefully connect with everybody is try to do some children, some drawing, make your own character, design it, you know. But for me, that's all for today. I hope you all had a beautiful day. I send you a lot of love and I hope you all safe. Goodbye.